You've already asked the question. Life has already caused you to ask for what you want. Mm-hmm. And Source has already answered it. So the solution has already assembled and is ripe for your receiving of it. Mm-hmm. But you've got to get into that receiving mode in order to hear it. Mm-hmm. And so the only thing that matters is being in the receiving mode, because it's already been asked and answered. You've just got to get into the receiving mode. And so the specific answer to your question is whatever it takes for you to feel better, even if it means avoid that situation for a little while. In other words, you're sort of doing what we were saying earlier. You're taking that one thing and you're giving it so much attention, and in giving it so much attention, you're holding yourself out of vibrational alignment and then struggling with all of that when we just explained to you not to do that.
It's really funny because I believe that so much, and so I really focus on just being happy and finding the things that make me happy and then focusing on those. And I really tried to, like, when I'm sitting in the car, I'm noticing my body. It's just, I can just feel it. And I'm just like, okay, get that out of there. What am I happy about? You know, because I don't know how to change it otherwise.
You know what happens when your inner being notices your body? First of all, when your inner being notices anything, get out somewhere today. Have you seen this day out there? So when your inner being looks out at the horizon, feel what it feels like when your inner being appreciates something. And if you want to know what it feels like when your inner being appreciates something, you find something to appreciate and stay focused on it long enough that you allow your receptive mode to fully allow source energy to flow through you in this moment. So that's how your inner being feels when it focuses. And so if you're in the car looking at your body and feeling unhappy with yourself for some reason, you're out there on the raw and ragged edge without your inner being, because your inner being does not feel that way.
Well,
That's the thing that we want you to understand. We want it to not be about your body. We want it to be about your receptive mode. Mm-hmm. We want it to not be about your body. We want it to be about your alignment with source energy. We want it to not be about your body. We want it to be about you being a vessel that is vibrationally in sync with source energy and is allowing source energy to flow through you. We are not wanting to use the word opinion, because that is sort of a word that you don't like very much. But your inner being has a perspective, has a point of view, has an opinion about everything. And it is a point of view of strength and power and clarity and love and appreciation. Mm-hmm. So when you train yourself into vibrational alignment with that, then you begin to feel that way. That's what empowerment is. That's what upliftment is. That's what true alignment is. That's what true mastery is. It's being in vibrational sync with who you are and not letting anything be important enough that it get between you and your alignment. Nothing matters more than your alignment. Nothing matters more. Nothing matters more. Nothing matters more. Nothing matters more than my alignment. Nothing matters more. Nothing matters more. So you're looking at yourself and sort of not happy with what you see and thinking about somebody else, looking at somebody who's sort of trained you with a critical eye, not liking what they see. And we say, really, you're going to choose that perspective over the perspective of source? You're going to choose that disempowering perspective over the perspective of source? And here's the thing. A lot of times people hear us rant like this because we get pretty wound up. And they think that what we're trying to do is try to get you to just accept yourself as things are and just be an allower of the status quo. And that is not what we are getting at all. We're wanting your alignment to be what matters, understanding that in alignment, everything else that you want will fall into place.
Yeah, I get that. And I feel like I don't understand why or how my mind just keeps going to these places. Okay, well, my question...
All right, so don't be hard on yourself about that, because law of attraction is the reason for that. Okay. Because there is momentum in the thought. And so whenever a thought is within you, that's what a belief is. A belief is just a thought that has momentum. A belief is just a thought that you've thought enough that it has this friendly, active place in your vibrational frequency, and so it's just easy to go there because you've practiced it enough.
So then how do I change it when that happens?
You don't change it on that subject. You get into the receptive mode on other subjects. Get in the receptive mode on other subjects. Okay. Get on the receptive mode on other subjects until the source energy perspective dominates within you. You could find one thing in the whole world to love. One thing in the whole world to love. And as you love that one thing in the whole world to love, and you use that as the reason that you hold a vibrational frequency in the place that you do, what will happen is that thing that you are predominantly focused upon will become the reason that you offer a vibration like that, and everything else then has to rise to that.
Okay.
And so what's happening is you are not disciplined in your thought. And the reason that you're not disciplined in your thought is because you've been using bogus standards for the reason that you think the way you think. Instead of letting it be the way I feel, which is my resonance with source, you let it be what somebody else thinks. And isn't that about to drive you crazy?